Hey everyone, my name is Juan. I'm just going over my final project. I decided to do the back end of an auto shop. Um, on my left here, I have the customer management where I actually used a binary search tree to upload customers, like customer class using username and password. So it's easier to find them, especially when, if a store was to go off and have a lot more people. Um, and then it goes into actually searching them, and along with admin credentials here. You'll see in the GUI soon how that works and what for. On the right, I have the dynamic inventory because my last project I did a store, but I didn't really save information. It was all in the code. It was very static as I was told. So now I actually did like a class, an inventory class of um, each item by brand, each name, their price, and how many we have in stock. And all that information is saved in a text file. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the GUI. So just get into it. So you were first prompted with the sign-in account. If you have been a customer before, for example, all the text files containing your password and username and actually order history, you can easily just sign in. And it'll say authorization successful, and it'll pull up your order history of what brand, part, what you bought it at, and when you bought it. Um, the date, it's not in the code yet. That's more part of the shopping, the front end. But it's nice to know that it does have that order history pop up. If we were to do the code again, right? Um, say, you never been here before and you just for some reason want to get in, it's going to say no account found because obviously you haven't been found. So if you want to create it, it'll go yes. And then actually in this folder, you now will be a new customer in the database. And then when you try signing in again, so it would populate. If you didn't have an account before, it says, and you say you don't want to enter, it'll say, unfortunately, you cannot enter, and it'll just close the program. So now let's get into the actual database part. So with admin credentials, when you try logging in, you're actually going to get this whole text area of every item that's saved in that text file. You are able to actually add items. Say I wanted to add, a Jeep brake pad, say front brake pad, right? Set the price to 123. Kind of a lot, kind of steep, but and so we only have two of them, right? You can add the item and look, now it's going to be there and it'll be in that text file. If you just wanted to update the quantity or the price, make it something reasonable like $20, it'll actually change it right there. And then actually due to on our code here, we have methods for loading inventory from the text file, saving it to the text file, and updating the actual inventory text area. And we go into merge sort because when we hit a button like sort by brand, you'll actually see everything's together by brand, Toyota, Subaru. And actually, if you hit the button for sort by price, so we have merge sort by name, we have merge sort by price, right? So we can actually see here the highest price would be a Nissan exhaust for 1,243. A major improvement that I would get into is this search for button. And that's actually when we start getting into, say you need to find something, just a brand, just to see what we had in stock. We have all these parts, but they're all for Nissan, right? Or say vice versa, you wanted to find, you knew the part you had, but you just didn't know what brand that you had it with. Well, okay, so in this case, there's only one. We can try a different part, just to purposes, alternator, right? There's going to be different brands. And then if I obviously was able to have both, it'll show me the one item I need. So that really works, especially like in that kind of environment where for work. and it can bring you right back to the inventory management system. And that would honestly conclude my presentation.